Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to another Wild Rift video, and today I have an absolute banger for you guys. ADC Ziggs. So let me explain. This is legit, this is actually legit, and today I'm gonna show you how you should really play Ziggs as an ADC. Now a quick little disclaimer, ADC Ziggs is not absolutely amazing, but he is really good, against the right comp, he is S tier, against the right comp only. So let's talk about the reason that I picked Ziggs, because look at my team composition. Everyone has attack damage. So when everyone in your team picks attack damage and you're ADC, you have a few choices, you know. Don't just pick an ADC who has attack damage as well, guys. You're absolutely trolling if you do that. You can pick ability power Varus, you can pick Corki, or you can pick Ziggs, guys. And Ziggs, you know, I never see people play Ziggs ADC, and I really don't get why. I have already played Ziggs ADC a few times, Ziggs support a few times, you know. You can play Ziggs on so many positions. So the way that you want to play the lane, look, just like that. You want to hit the enemy with your empowered basic attack. And then, of course, you know, with your first ability and third ability. It's the same as mid lane, but here you're actually against two enemies. And that's what makes this so good, because there's two enemies, so it's 2 times easier to hit an enemy with your bomb, right? Like, you can just keep throwing your bombs on these enemies, and in the longer term you should be able to out sustain them, you know, out damage them. Of course it depends on your support. Like I'm actually playing with an Alistar that didn't really do too well, I think, in this game. So you can just by yourself out damage the enemies if you just hit your bomb, just like that. You see, I keep throwing my bomb on him, I do my basic attack just like that, and like, take a look at this, just take a look at this. Oh, he actually dodged my second ability. That was really well played by the Corki. So about ADC Ziggs, you really want to kinda chill in the early game, just poke the enemy, but don't go for all-ins, because you're gonna run champion rune. By the way, if you want to know how to build Ziggs support, just check, Ziggs ADC, just check out some of my other Ziggs videos. I have many Ziggs videos, and the build hasn't really changed a lot. So, you know, just look up HellsDevil Ziggs, and you'll see many other videos of me playing Ziggs, right? So, yeah, look at this. This, you know, when with an Alistar, it's actually a really good combination, guys. Because when Alistar engages, you can throw all your abilities on the enemy for free. You know, the enemies can actually not dodge it. So it's actually important to pick ADC Ziggs with the right support. So Alistar is really good. Braum could also be good because of the ultimate and the first ability. Now the thing is, you'd never want to pick it with Lulu or Janna or Soraka. Nami is actually also quite good, but you never want to pick it with these enchanter supports, you know, like as I said, with these buffing champions like Janna and Lulu and things like that. Always pick it with CC. Pick it with CC, guys, because when the enemy is slowed, stunned, rooted, whatever, then you can easily hit your bombs. Look at this. You know, enemy gets stunned by the Alistar, boom, I just throw all my bombs on him. That's how it works, guys, and that's what you need to do. Let's take a look at this. I'm level 4 actually, but the Yasuo did a really beautiful gank, and you know, he really helped us out a lot here. So I want to do a challenge, guys. You know, I want to do a challenge. If this video reaches 1000 likes, oh, that was nice. If this video reaches 1000 likes, I'll make a Varus video. I'll just pick up Varus and learn this champion and make a Varus video. You know, because why the hell not? Also, guys, I'm doing a skin giveaway. Wait, it's the 31st of May. I just realized. So today is the last day that you can enter on the skin giveaway, guys. Of course, I'm gonna do a new one next month, but for this month, all you gotta do is put down a comment under this video, and you'll increase your odds of winning if you put down comments under other videos too that I've uploaded in May. I'm gonna pick 15 winners, you know, and that's kind of how it works. Enough about that. So, yeah, ADC Ziggs. So you really wanna utilize your first ability. Don't keep it off cooldown. Keep throwing it. Oh, look at this. Like, every time when it gets off cooldown, I keep throwing it, because you know, you want to do as much damage as you can, and the way that you're going to do it is with your bomb, your first ability. Your first ability is basically your big damaging ability. Just look at this, just like this. Exactly what I'm doing here. I keep throwing it. Boom. Look at this. Like, look at how much damage I'm dealing to these enemies. It's crazy. Here, again, I'm not giving them any breathing space, any at all. Just keep throwing it. Here I actually misclicked my ultimate. I didn't mean to drag it down all the way back, but unfortunately my finger slipped and know, I dragged it all the way back. Here, look at this, you know, so much damage. Just like that. Like, from... I have been throwing my first ability over and over again for like a whole minute straight. And as you can see, the enemies just couldn't take it anymore. They just couldn't take... They couldn't sustain it anymore because I keep damaging them. They just... You know, at the end of the day, they're gonna be super low HP and they can't do anything anymore. So ADC Ziggs, you really want to focus on the laning phase. You really want to like completely demolish the enemies in the lane. Like, it's so easy to do. It's just so easy to do. And when the enemy is low, you can do a full engage with your support and kill the enemies. With your ultimate, of course, right? So keep all these things in mind when playing ADC Ziggs, guys. And see, the other problem with ADC Ziggs is you're not really good at ganking. The only thing that you can really do is your ultimate, of course, you know. If you see that you have to help your team, you can just throw your ultimate. And you have to utilize this one as well, right? Because your ultimate is a really good zoning and damaging ability. So when your team is fighting in the jungle and you can reach them with your ultimate, do it. Just get close to them and reach them. So the Alistar is actually pinging me to be careful, so I assume that he's gonna rotate, but he's not. I don't really know why he's pinging it. And here the problem is they're rotating to the Rift Herald. What do you do when the enemy rotates to Rift Herald? Just like this. Of course, get the first turret. Of course. Like, that's definitely what we have to do here. Just take the free turret, and even if they get Rift Herald, it's fine. We got the first turret, right? And hey, of course, Ziggs is one of the fastest turret pushers in the game. As you can see, boom, first turret, easy peasy. Very, very easy, right? And this gets us so ahead in the game. The first turret, so ahead. So whenever the enemy goes for Rift Herald, push the first turret. Also, when the enemy goes for Dragon, you can choose to push the first turret instead of contesting the Dragon. See, this is a thing that I've learned while playing with high elo players like Leon, which is a good friend of mine, that getting turrets, getting the first turret is actually often worth more than getting Rift Herald or Dragon as well. Like, seriously, it's more worth it to get the first turret than Dragon. Because you're gonna get so much gold, so much experience, and on top of that, you're gonna give a lot of gold and experience to your teammates as well. Now, honestly, that's worth the Dragon, you know, you're just gonna do all this, and sometimes you just can't contest the Dragon. So don't force a Dragon, guys. Everyone overestimates Dragon, it's so annoying. Just, oh, take a look at this, what? Just destroying these guys. You know, when you feel like you cannot contest the Dragon, just push the first turret, get the first turret. It's very easy. This is a really important tip for a Baron laner, by the way. Even though this is an ADC Ziggs video, you know, when you're playing Baron lane, you have to consider, do I have to rotate the Dragon or do I push? And in this meta, it's actually really good to push. Because as I said, you know, they nerfed the dragons, they nerfed Cloud Dragon and Infernal Dragon. So, pushing the first turret is actually worth a lot compared to the dragons now, you know? Compared to the previous updates. Because in the previous updates, Cloud and the Infernal Dragon used to be so good. Because they gave you so many stats. But now the Infernal only gives you 6% instead of 8%. Which is a huge nerf, guys. So you have... Yeah, enough about turrets. Let's focus on this now. Look at the poke damage that I deal. So a good combination that you can do with Ziggs is you throw your first ability and then a basic attack. And your basic attack is likely going to be an empowered basic attack because your first ability refunds 40% of the passive cooldown, right? So, like, this is the basic trading combo on Ziggs. You throw your first ability and then you basic attack the enemy. You're going to be able to deal a lot of burst damage like this, and you know, it's just very, very good, the combination. Oh my god, just look at this, guys. Look at... He didn't think that he would die all the way back at the turret, but I just threw my ultimate at him. Like, look at this, it's so crazy. It's actually funny, like, this was a random, like, I hadn't played Ziggs for weeks here, and I just randomly picked ADC Ziggs in this game because my entire team picked full attack damage. And you know, I recorded the game and it turned out this good. So, like, I'm showing you guys here that ADC Ziggs is legit and that you can pick it. So, with Ziggs, you have to be careful in drafts against assassins, you know. Assassins are very annoying to deal with when you're playing Ziggs, like Katarina, like Evelyn, you know, things like that. So keep that in mind. Also, Fizz could be quite annoying to deal with because of his ultimate, of course. So keep that in mind, guys. Also, champions that can out-sustain you, like Oriana, Jinx. Jinx is also very annoying when you play ADC Ziggs, because Jinx can actually, you know, shoot rockets at you and deal so much damage to you. Especially if it's a Jinx Lulu. So keep those things in mind, you know. ADC Ziggs is really good if you can punish the enemy, outrange the enemy. Like Kai'Sa, you know, I can easily outrange the Kai'Sa. And Corki, I can easily outrange the Corki as well. So keep that in mind when picking ADC Ziggs. You know, there's these important things that you have to understand, because otherwise it's going to be useless. You know, you have to be able to outrange your enemy in lane, and the enemy shouldn't have that many assassins that can just completely blow you up. All these things. My team is actually losing the fight, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push. I'm gonna do what Ziggs is best at, which is pushing turrets, as you can see. You know, Ziggs pushes turrets so unbelievably fast. Like, take a look at how fast I'm pushing this turret. It's crazy. Here, boom, boom. I'm just gonna get the turret here. There it is. And I actually did a flash because I saw the fizz. I didn't want to risk dying because I'm running a champion rune on Ziggs, which gives me 10% bonus damage. So I don't want to risk dying. So I just, you know, rather do an early flash than do a late flash and regret it, right? So keep those things in mind. You know, when you see an enemy and you know that they're gonna force you to flash, just flash early, you know, because then you're not gonna take a lot of damage and you're not gonna risk dying. Just flash away immediately. This is also a big mistake that I see so many people make. You know, they try to save their flash, and what ends up happening is they die or they take too much damage. So when you see two enemies, like when you see you're getting ganked and you know that they're gonna force your flash, just boom, immediately flash away. Whenever you see the enemy, just flash away, just like I did there with the fizz. Like, if I didn't immediately flash away, maybe the fizz would have ulted me and they would have killed me, right? See, this is very important to understand. Like, just flash away. You don't want to deal with them. Yeah, here we're just changed to seeing them. And I want to say that our composition is actually really good for Ziggs too. And I was talking about CC, so champions like Vi is also really good to combo with, of course, because Vi's ultimate, Vi's first ability, these abilities, you know, they stun the enemies, so it allows me to freely, like, just get a hit for free. I can throw my bombs on them for free. So that is very important to understand, guys. Also, Yasuo, you know, his knock-up and his ultimate, really good to combo with ADC Ziggs, guys, because whenever he knocks an enemy up, I can just, you know, again, get free hits. Just look at how much damage I deal into Janna. And like, about what support to pick it against, Janna is really good to pick against. Lulu is often really good. I actually killed the Graves. So these squishy champions are really good, you know, for Ziggs, because you can just deal so much damage to them in lane. Yeah, take a look at this. We're just dominating these enemies. They only have 7 kills, but they can still come back into the game actually. And they did kill me, which is pretty bad because I gave them a bounty and I lost my champion stacks. I lost 5% of my damage, right? So it's not actually good that I died here. Really not good actually. Especially when you're ahead, you really want to be careful with dying. I mean, you always want to be careful with dying, but when you're super ahead, you're gonna have a massive bounty on your head. So when one of the carries of the enemies claims it, like the Fizz claimed the bounty, they're gonna be super ahead, right? They're gonna get so much gold from your kill, thus allowing the enemy to come back easier than normal, right? So keep those things in mind. You really don't want to give them a shutdown for free. Like, true, if you give them a shutdown and kill all of them for it, it's fine. If you give them a shutdown and your team gets Baron, you know, it's okay. But if you give them a free shutdown, of course, it's terrible. It's terrible because you're gonna give them so much gold for nothing, and experience as well. So here we killed 3 of them, and you know, the timers are not that long. We should just do Baron. Like, when you kill 3 of the enemies in the late game, especially their jungler, just do Baron, you know, unless you can end, of course. But in this scenario, we can't really end. It's a bit too risky because they, like, 2 of them are up and they could possibly defend. But, you know, keep those things in mind. You have to do something like Baron, turrets, dragon, do something. Don't just wander around and not do anything. Don't just go farm, because, guys, when you kill enemies, you know, you have an advantage. You have to get something important on the map. It's actually pretty crazy. Today I had like a 90% win rate and I'm almost challenger. I have like 140 LP and master, which is pretty nice, you know. So I wonder if I'm actually gonna reach the challenger rank. I also wonder if I'm gonna have to do Varus, which might actually bring my rank down a little bit again. But we'll see, you know, you guys want it, I'll make it for you. That's how it works, you know. That's why I'm not challenger yet, because I'm just playing whatever to make YouTube videos, right? Because I want to play every single champion. So yeah, that's the game, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, as I said, you know, if you want to know how to build Ziggs, look up other Ziggs videos of mine. HellsDevil Ziggs on YouTube, you know? So let's take a look at how much damage I actually dealt as an ADC Ziggs. I got an A tier. Yeah, this was an old video. I made this video like 2 days ago. Yeah, I got A tier. The vibe was actually 10-0. Wow. Sick. So thank you guys very much for watching. And yeah, I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.